Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cowboys sign ex-Raiders $10 million first-round pick after 4-year layoff. The Dallas Cowboys finally signed a former first-round pick, but it may not be the one fans were awaiting. The Cowboys signed former Las Vegas Raiders cornerback Gareon Conley. Dallas announced the news in addition to the signing of All-UFL linebacker Willie Harvey Jr. One of the interesting things about this move is that Conley has not taken an NFL snap since the 2019 NFL playoffs. Conley spent the final part of the 2019 season with the Houston Texans after being dealt by the Raiders at the midseason trade deadline. The cornerback last took an NFL snap for the Texans in the postseason on January 12, 2020. If Conley ends up making the Cowboys' final roster and takes a snap this season, it will mark more than 4 years since the defender played in the NFL. Conley is not exactly joining the Cowboys from off the couch. The veteran played in the UFL this season for the DC Defenders. Conley posted 25 tackles and 2 interceptions this season, which was tied for 5th in the league. As evidenced by the near 5-year layoff, Conley's NFL career did not go exactly as planned. After a standout collegiate tenure at Ohio State, the Raiders selected Conley in the first round with the number 24 overall pick in the 2017 NFL Draft. Conley inked a 4-year, $10.4 million rookie deal with the Raiders but was unable to land a second contract. The corner's best statistical season came in 2018 when Conley posted 3 interceptions, 37 tackles, 15 pass deflection and a touchdown. Heading into the NFL, Conley drew lofty comparisons with NFL.com's Lance Zierlein, seeing shades of 5-time Pro Bowler Aqib Talib in his game. Press corner with experience at both cornerback spots and an ability to fit into a variety of coverage techniques, Zierlein wrote in his pre-draft profile of Conley. He plays with good top-end speed and has the ball skills to challenge and defend passes on any level. He can step in right away in zone coverage, but could struggle to match patterns from a pedal. He will likely be targeted by teams seeking long cornerbacks who can crowd and trail receivers down the field. He has the talent to become an early starter, but he must improve in run support. The #Cowboys have signed former #Raiders first-round CB Gareon Conley. He has not played in an NFL game since 2019, but was most recently in the UFL. Conley's move to the Cowboys reunites the corner with his former defensive coordinator Paul Guenther, who is now the Dallas defensive run game coordinator. It will be worth watching to see if Conley is able to make the team's final roster. Cowboys announced they signed CB Gareon Conley along with LB Willie Harvey, the Dallas Morning News' Michael Gehlken detailed in a June 18 message on X. Raiders drafted Conley in the 2017 first round. Paul Guenther, the Dallas defense's run game coordinator, was his DC in Oakland in 2018-19. Cowboys WR named cut candidate after early NFL struggles. The Dallas Cowboys have a crowded WR room right now, which means that even talented players face the possibility of being released. After 2 years of lackluster production and slow development, Jalen Tolbert's name stands out as a potential cut candidate. Tolbert was a 3rd-round pick in the 2022 NFL Draft after an impressive career at South Alabama. But he has yet to make an impact with the Cowboys, and time is running out. Inside the Star writer Mark Heaney made a case for Tolbert being released on June 9. Tolbert has had opportunities over his first 2 seasons, he just hasn't capitalized on them to this point. If that trend stays throughout the preseason process, why shouldn't he be on the chopping block? It would allow Dallas to give more snaps to young receivers like Jalen Brooks and Ryan Flournoy, Heaney wrote. Brooks didn't have many opportunities in 2023, but the Cowboys kept him on the roster after taking him in the 7th round of last year's draft. Flournoy is one of the most prominent UDFA signings of this year, so both are trending upwards. While Tolbert got on the field last fall, he did not nail down a consistent role. The door is open for the Cowboys WR group in 2024. The Cowboys tried a variety of ideas and player combinations last season, which included Tolbert. The 25-year-old started 6 times and played in all 17 games, but did not make much noise. According to Pro Football Reference, Tolbert caught 22 passes on 36 targets for 268 yards and 2 touchdowns. He only had 1 drop and posted a catch rate of 61.1%. With CeeDee Lamb leading the Cowboys' offense, it's understandable that the team's other receivers don't boast similar numbers. However, Tolbert was given a chance to usurp Michael Gallup and potentially work into a number 2 role over Brandon Cooks. Instead, Tolbert never had more than 2 consecutive starts. His best performance came in his 3rd start as he caught 3 passes for 49 yards and 1 touchdown in a 28-23 loss against the Philadelphia Eagles. Things aren't certain for Tolbert already, but a trade for Cedric Wilson Jr. would only make the situation less stable. However, Bleacher Report writer Christopher Knox recently considered the situation a legitimate possibility. Wilson is with the New Orleans Saints, but could face an uphill battle for a roster spot. Knox thinks Dallas should look alive for a potential trade if he can't make the Saints' 53-man roster. If the Saints deem Wilson expendable by the end of camp, they could look to acquire some draft capital and $1.4 million in 2024 cap space by trading him, Knox wrote on June 17. If that happens, Dallas should be very interested. Besides Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed starring for New Orleans, they also have Equanimeous St. Brown and young prospects A.T. Perry and Bub Means. Wilson brings experience and assuredness, but New Orleans has found a steady rhythm with young WRs coming in and making plays. Seattle Seahawks linked to Dak Prescott. The Seattle Seahawks made a move to potentially address the future of their quarterback position by trading for Sam Howell from Washington. Howell has just 1 year of starting experience but showed promise at times. On Monday, Bill Barnwell tweeted a tweet on X stating that he is writing about Dak Prescott and named the New York Giants, Seattle Seahawks, New York Jets, Pittsburgh Steelers, Tennessee Titans, New Orleans Saints, and Las Vegas Raiders as teams that would be in the mix for him due to their obvious situation with the quarterback position. Prescott was in the MVP running last season while leading the Cowboys to an AFC East title. He would also be a big upgrade for the Seahawks at the position. Dak Prescott is entering his contract year with the Cowboys, and with the team not being able to tag him, there's speculation of what is going to happen. The Cowboys find themselves in a situation where Prescott, Micah Parsons, and CeeDee Lamb are all going to need to be paid. All 3 are top players at their position following impressive 2023 seasons. But is there enough money to go around? Dallas was one of the NFL's best in the 2023 regular season, finishing 12-5 and 4th in overall team grade. However, in classic Cowboys fashion, it all went awry in the playoffs, with the explosive Packers upsetting the number 2 seed in AT&T Stadium. Owner Jerry Jones has yet to pay Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, but each is in a strong position to reset the quarterback and receiver markets, respectively. Whether Dallas can legitimately retain both is up in the air. Even if the Cowboys manage to retain the pair long-term, there may be cap casualties on the other end entering next offseason. Then, there's head coach Mike McCarthy, who has gone 42-25 in 4 years in Dallas, tied for the 4th best record among head coaches in that span, but has yet to even get to the NFC Championship game with his second franchise. With Prescott, Lamb, Micah Parsons, Trayvon Diggs, and DeMarcus Lawrence, the Cowboys should be good again in 2024, barring an overhauled offensive line. However, if Dallas fades in January once more, expect the team to look drastically different next year. The Prescott situation will be one to watch throughout this offseason and 2024 campaign. The longer it goes on, the more speculation there will be from the Cowboys side and any one of the teams that were mentioned above. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Dak Prescott? Leave your opinion in the comments.